Hey guys, Bushcraft family back again with another video. It's Monday. Yes, another start of the week, and it's time for the weekly market review. And what this is basically farmers and wholesalers and whatnot kind of use this to gauge what shortages are going to be and what prices will be and stuff like that in the grocery stores. So if like a hurricane comes through and wipes out all the oranges or something, then there'll be a shortage for oranges and the price will go up and stuff like that. So it's kind of like a little cheat sheet, so to speak, type thing. But let's go ahead and get started with this. This is for August 20th. Make sure it switches over. There we go, August 20th. And there's some juicy looking hot peppers up here, hatch chili peppers. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Markets are active. Fields in central Mexico are winding down or whining, and supply should be tighter. Quality is good. We got alerts for avocados again. Demand exceeds supply, and markets continue to rise. Mexico 40 count and larger are practically non-existent. Okay, so that being the bigger size avocados are slim demand. What else here we got? 48 and 60 count are light. The 70 to 84 are mostly the harvest, but volumes are light. The number 2 fruit has dropped to less than 2% of the harvest. Wow. With extremely limited availability on 48 count and number 2 and larger. Good to know. And it's been a thing all year since I've started doing these reports. Avocados have been very slim pickings. Now, what they're talking about count size is how many you get in a container. So the more you can get into a container, the smaller the fruit is or vegetable. And the lower the count is, the bigger the vegetable or fruit. Green beans. Eastern supplies are light, quality is good, and demand is fair. Western supplies are moderate with good demand. Berries, blackberries, blueberries, and raspberries. That'd make a good song. Raspberries and blackberry supplies are good. Quality is fair to good. Blueberries, the market is active as supplies wind from the Pacific Northwest. Quality is being reported as fair to good. And we go up here to the strawberry. Alert. The market is firmer as strong demand continues and yields drop to Salinas and Watsonville regions, coupled with labor challenges. And we've talked about the labor challenges before. Yeah, the government's paying people to stay home and do nothing. So yeah. And I know I've had a few people get on to me about this, but about being slave driver for people working for a living, but there's a big difference. I won't get into all that, but there's nothing wrong with working for a living and getting paid to do that, instead of staying home and getting paid, I guess. There's ways to look at it from both ways. I know some people are actually getting paid more to stay home. Why should you go out and work? But I look at it a different way. The more people stay home and not work, they're leaving the holes in for factories and the farmers and things like that, that they can't supply the food for all these people staying at home. And eventually it's going to catch up. So hopefully they turn it around and start telling people to go out and go into work and stuff. But again, not about this video. I'm getting sidetracked here. Broccoli and cauliflower. Let's get to it. Quality is good, or quality is fair to good. The warm weather has caused brown bed, discolorization and pin rot in some strands. Mexico market has begun to recover, and our study in California supplies are good. Cauliflower markets are steady with improving yields in California, coupled with quite demand. Quality is good. Okay. Sorry, I need a drink. Then we have celery. Supplies are good to cover demand. Quality is mostly good with head slicing and some dehydration. Yeah, you're going to have that with the way the weather has been lately. And we're going to hold off on the lemons and stuff because it'll continue over here. So we're going to go up here to the top five. The top five is the top five alerts, basically, of what they pick, or the most relevant, I guess. Brussels sprouts, sizing is challenging, reducing overall yields. Chili peppers, eastern and western supplies are a challenge. Don't say much other than that. It's probably weather. Cilantro, markets are extremely active with limited supplies from quality issues. Okay, mushrooms, and mushrooms have been on here. That just like avocados, mushrooms, it's been bad all year. Overall supply challenges persist, particularly for oyster, portobello, and shiitake. Shallots, supplies are very limited until September. And this is just a breakdown on weather and stuff, but I usually don't go through that too much. Okay, let's get to the citrus, limes and stuff. Limes has been on the list all year. Lemon demand is good. Supplies are good due to increasing import volume. California fruit continues to grade heavy to choice. Imports mostly fancy. The market is softer. Mexican lime availability is better with more volume on the new crop. Smaller sizes, 110 to 150 and some 175 will remain high until sizing improves. Can't talk today. Orange supplies have improved with increased imports volumes. 88 count, 113 count, and 138 count remains very short. California, Valencia, quality is fair to good with summer heat greening. Imported navel are looking good. Navels are looking good, rather. Okay, enough with the citrus stuff. Cucumbers. Supplies are very light in the east with good quality and strong demand. Western markets are firm with moderate supplies. Eggplant. Eggplant is on the alert. Eastern supplies are light with good demand. Markets are steady due to the New Jersey supply. Western U.S. and Mexico supplies are very short for larger size. Oh, we're not even going to go there. 24 count smaller with possible. It's been one of those days already. Grapes, green and red. Green grapes are mostly steady on good volumes. Red grape supplies are short as we transition into new varieties. Heat and labor issues are pushing good red volumes out another 2 weeks. And guys, it's going to be this way for labor and the heat, and dehydration is going to be a factor for a lot of produce this year. Lettuce, iceberg, leaf, and romaine yields are declining, and markets are expected to see increasing signs of activity over the next 2 to 4 weeks. And that's just species things. Melons, cantaloupes, and honeydews. Cantaloupe sizing has been primarily 9 count with a good percentage of 12 count. Quality is strong with solid bricks levels reported. Honeydew sizing continues heavier toward 5 count and larger. Onions. Onion markets are mostly steady. New Mexico is whining. ID is letting, or Idaho is letting the onion size up. Shallots supplies are very limited with very active markets until September. And we get to our peppers. Yeah. Peppers, green peppers, green, red, and yellow. Eastern green pepper supplies are light. Demand and quality are good. Red and yellow bell supplies are extremely short with strong markets. Western green bell supplies are moderate with improving demand. Red bell production is peaking with good quality but with short supplies. Yellow markets are steady. Yay. Okay, now we're getting to the potatoes. The market is firm and demand exceeds supplies. In particularly 40 to 70 count, as initial harvest volumes are light, quality is good with skinning on some lots. Now, I know they had a big warehouse where they stored big crates of potatoes and just hoarded them basically. And from what I've gathered, those that warehouse is close to empty now. So all it would take would be a bad season to knock out our potatoes. So if you can grow potatoes, I would suggest doing so. I wish mine would have made it, but the heat when in May, oh, it was a doozy on my potatoes. It burned them up. Okay, let's get to squash, yellow squash, and zucchini. Eastern zucchini supplies are better. Demand remains strong and quality is good. Yellow squash is extremely limited. Quality is fair to poor and the market is very strong. All Western supplies remain limited. And then here we got the tomatoes. Tomato markets are trending upward due to extremely wet weather in the east. Tennessee cannot access fields due to rainfall. The western market is stable, but volume is unable to stabilize the upward market. Quality varies among shippers. Beefsteak and tomato on the vine supplies are short. So that's a new one with the tomatoes. Alert on those. And here we got the reality checks with, we have the left side being supply and the right side being price. As you can look through here a little bit, you see Brussels sprouts alert on both price and supply. Green beans seem to have moved up a little bit. Cucumbers are kind of staying even. And then we have eggplants. Eggplants, short supply. I know a lot of people don't like eggplants, but I like them. Herbs is another thing. I know a lot of my herbs, my oregano really got burned up this year. As much as I watered it, it still burnt up. And mushrooms, the price and supply are on the alert. We got chili peppers and red and yellow peppers on the alert right there. Squash, yellow squash, and zucchini. As far as fruit, it's going to be avocados, berries, strawberries, and it looks like prices for limes are on alert. But there you have it, guys. That is all we're going to do for today. I hope you enjoyed this. Is it always good to hear from you guys? Let me know prices and stuff in your area. As you guys know, my area really blows right now for supply. Our shelves are really empty. But until next time, I want to thank everybody for watching. Please like, share, and comment. Until next time, God bless.